Hi, Kathy here from Kathy's Cute Creations. Today I am coming to you with another applique project that I actually started along with the other ones. The only difference is I could not show it online, so I went ahead and I've done it myself this weekend. But what I wanted to show you is instead of cutting out all of your pieces, this is a laser cut project. All the pieces came in the kit. They've all got the fusible on the other side of them. You just pop them out. Some of them already there. You take your sheet of paper and you lay it down, and that's the actual pattern. What I did was I went ahead and I used another Teflon sheet that I have, and I'm using it. It's a clear sheet. I put it over the piece of paper, and I'll just show you. It's easier than explaining it. Let's get started. This, and it's the Teflon, and it was like 3 sheets. They came in a pack. There's no advertisement on them or anything like that, but as you can see through them because I got my paper underneath. This is another way to applique, and this is how I learned how to applique a long time ago, but the only difference was these sheets weren't around. It was just the paper, and you laid your item on the paper. Now you lay your items on the sheet over the paper. A little bit different than the Cindy Rodmeyer's applique that we've been doing. You know, the Penguin Cheer, the Hen Quilt Party, the Flaky Two Friends. I'm going to show you how I do this. Now, I'm not going to show the whole process. I've already started on a block, but I want to show just a little bit of how you would piece this if this is the kind of applique that you got. So here's what I did when I was doing this one. Now, I asked to teach this, and I was told no, so I'm not teaching it. I'm only showing you what I'm doing. I would look at the picture, and I would look at the numbers on the piece of paper, because you can roll this up, and it says that number 1 is right here. So I look on the paper, and it's showing me that it's green. Okay, so it's going to be these things right here. I find the green, which is here. Now, all of these pieces are laser cut. And if you've got, I believe that Cindy now has a scan and cut, so she can do laser cutting. She can do patterns and all kinds of things. But just to give you an idea, that's what this is. It's already got the fusible. We just got to pull the paper off just like before. I just watch this picture, and then all I do, and then I make sure that I can see my paper, and I don't have it pinned or anything, so it's not attached. And then all I do is take this paper off, and I put it down. Oops. I'll try to keep my paper on there. Let's put it that way. And I just stick it on here, and it shows where it goes. And it doesn't need to be perfect. And then my iron is not set on high. It is set on, whoops, I've already moved my thing here. Now this is the first time I'm using this Teflon sheet, so hopefully it does the same thing as my other mat does. And we're going to see here in a minute if it does or not. I'm not sure if it will. But I just leave it on there, and then I count to 10. And pick it up and see if it moves, and this one doesn't. Now that's not on there permanently. I can still see through this, so I know that this goes right here, and it gets lined up at the bottom. So I take the paper off of that, and that's all it is. I just totally build. I call it build a block because you're just copying everything that's on there. And I put this right on the edge of that fabric. Now this will adhere to the fabric, but then again it will not stay. So even if I take this, which I'll take my iron, because you don't want this to go anywhere either. You want the fabric to stick to the fabric. But it's not going to be permanent. I really wanted to get the green fabric, the dark green, off of the light green. I can remove it because I've already done it before. It's not a problem. And see, it stays on there. But if you look, you can see how I could pull it up and take it off if I wanted to. But I don't want to. I want it to stay on there. And then all I do is just keep creating until I've got the whole thing full. What I did now, that was 1 and 2. I lift it up and look. 3 is the little red. I'm going to call it a berry. So you would put 3 here when you got done with that. Lift it up and look and see where is 4. You look at it, 4 is right here. But since you've already put something down the paper, just bring it here and line it back up and it'll stay there. You're just holding it down. And then 4 is this back piece. So you look to see what's behind his head. It's this piece that looks like wood. Take it, you take the backing off. That's what this is right here. And you can see, based on this picture, the wood is in front of the green. So it goes on next. And then this one over here goes on top because it goes on top of the green and that. And that's all there is to making this. It's just overlapping pieces, but it's not laying them out differently. Now when I get done with the whole thing, I'll show you how I transfer it over onto the fabric. There it is all together on the sheet. Now I'm going to take it off and put it on the background fabric. The background fabric on this is black. So I normally start at the bottom. And slowly peel it off, making sure it all comes. Move my sheet aside. And it goes this way. This is extra fabric given to us. And I look at the picture, and the picture shows that there's less black, so it'll be up against the seam here. So what I do is I go over here, because all of that will be taken off, and there'll be a little bit of this side showing. And then all I do is adhere it, and I put my iron down, and I count to 10. I pick it up and move it to the next spot till 10. And that's it till it's totally finished and adhered to the fabric. I will test it. Make sure it, so it did on this corner here. I'm going to do it again for a little bit longer. And my iron turns itself on and off constantly every time it gets too hot. So that adhered it right there because it won't come up. I'm just going to do it on the other pieces just to make sure. And then all that's left is embroidering it down. And I've got buttons to put on it for like eyes and things like that. It's got some, it came with some black embroidery thread. Of course, I have some of that so that you can make the mouths on some of them. And I will probably put some other little buttons of my own on here just because I want to. But that's it. And that's the way it looks, and that is block number 1. This is just a very short little video, and thank you for watching. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, click on the little bell, and I'll see y'all next time. Thank you everybody for watching. Bye-bye.